Alright, today I'm going to try to do some JT65 on my TS2000. TS2000 is right over here. I'm going to be using my LDG auto tuner and the Rig Blaster Rig Blaster Advantage. I was going to say Pro, but it's not Pro. Advantage. And I'm going to use Ham Radio Deluxe for my logging and rig controls. I'm going to fire this up here. And alright, we got some tunes going already here. Now we're on 40 meters. So let's minimize this, and the software I'm going to be using is called WSJT-X. This version is 1.3 R3673. And let's see what we got going. Now we started in the middle of a cycle, so we're probably not gonna, we'll have to see. I was gonna say we may not get a decode. Yeah, guess we were in the middle of a cycle. I'm gonna get my Ham Radio Deluxe log here prepared. And what we can see is we got some JT65 down here. And we got some JT9 way up here. Let's see if we can decode any of them. Unfortunately, I know from personal experience that in the 700 range or above 2500 range, this sound card doesn't work real great. So kind of the sweet spot is really between 500 and 2500. But there we go, we got some here. Let's see. -12, let's see if we can do him. And Robert D. Adler from Arizona, Sun City, Arizona. Now it looks like I've worked him on JT65, but on 15 meters. I've not worked him on 40 meters. And I don't know if you can see over here or not. Let me spin this around a little bit. But I try to adjust the Rig Blaster. It's kind of touchy, but I try to keep it around 20 watts. Any more than that's really kind of unnecessary for JT65. And this particular software, like I said, does both JT65 and JT9. I'm specifically in the JT65 mode down here. If you're in JT65 and JT9, you'd have to look up here to see which you were transmitting on, because your receive could be either one. So let's see what we get. If you're not familiar with JT65, you want to look at this second clock here. And JT65 transmits for 50 seconds. And then you receive, there's a 10-second delay, then you receive for 50 seconds. Typically, 10-second delay. And so the clock, the accuracy of your clock is fairly important. But you can look and see, oh, there we got a response. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to hit this Roger plus dB. And sent, I'm going to send him a -12 dB, and received, I received a -10 dB. I like my log in proper case. Just a pet peeve of mine. So while I'm transmitting back to him, I'm going to fix this up. we are ready for that. Let's see where we're at. 45 seconds. Got about another 5 seconds worth of transmit there. And now you can see we're in the receiving mode. One thing I like to do once I've got the call sign, and this is just me, no, you don't have to do that. So I like pulling up QRZ and doing a quick search. I like to read the biography if there is one, and kind of learn a little bit about the people. He doesn't have a biography. We can do the details and see that we're 864 miles. And let's look at him on the map here. East 103rd. I'm not seeing an East 103rd. Oh, alright, let's see. Get back over here. Alright, so he sent me a Roger, Roger, Roger. I'm going to send him a 73. Now, usually at that point, we have exchanged signal reports. We've made contact. We've exchanged signal reports. Now we're just kind of exchanging the niceties. So I will usually go ahead and on my HRD logbook on the end time, I'll just refresh that and click add. Now, if you can see over here while we're transmitting, it added him in here to my HRD logbook, and I have it configured for automatic EQSL, so you can see EQSL sent. Logbook of the World does not send automatically. I'll have to send those here manually when I'm getting done for the day. Pull that out of the way. And depending upon what software he's using, I may get a 73 back, I may not. So I always, instead of just jumping right off the guy, I'll wait and see if he actually sends me a 73. Sometimes they don't, you never know. I'm not really sure if the microphone on the camera can pick this up. We'll turn this up a little bit. We'll have to wait until the next decode. Yeah, there we go. He sent me a 73. Alright, so we're done with this QSO. Just my preference, I like clearing these screens off so I know I'm starting fresh. And in this software, you just double click the erase button and it wipes off both sides. Oh, you know what? I just noticed this is set for JT9. Shame on me. So I have to edit this. Update that. Update. Alright, so now we got it, or JT65. That's one of the, let's see what we get here. Decoding. I don't remember that. Let's see if I had him before. JT65 on 40 meters, so I'm going to halt. Because I've already got him on that band in that mode. And I can tell this using HRD when I do the the QRZ lookup. It'll show me his call sign, and if I have contacted him on these frequencies or these bands and which mode. So I don't want to bother him again. I'll let him go on to somebody else. All right. Oh, what I was going to say was, the one thing I don't like about some of these third-party programs is they can't track the mode, and you have to set it yourself. What do we got here? Anything? Nope, nothing. Alright, so we'll let it run there. If we were using HRD's digital software, which is the Digital Master, or DM780, I think they call it, then you can track it. If you change modes in DM780, it'll track in the logbook, and so you don't have to monkey with doing that manually. I really wish they'd come out with JT65 and JT9 in HRD logbook, or in HRD, but they haven't. They fibbed it to me. They fibbed to me because I emailed them and asked them if they're going to do that. And they said, oh yeah, the end of the fourth quarter. Let's see about WQ9F. Let's see if I've ever done him before. 40 meters JT9. Okay, so I haven't done him on JT65, so I'm going to go ahead and let this run. I have done him 40 meters JT9, but we're doing JT65, so I'm going to go ahead and let it run and see if he'll respond back. And this is old Kevin W. Duffy, WQ9F. Let's see if we can learn a little bit about old Mr. How much time we got left? About 10 seconds here. We'll go look this up. Alright, so here's his rig. He's up in Round Lake, Illinois. I guess this is his little rig here. Okay. Looks kind of QRP-ish with that auto tuner there. Well, that's cool. Let's see what we got here. Let's double check here. Let's see. So, got a license in 2003, upgraded general in 2009, and extra in 2010. Current formerly KC9EIG. Oh, here we go. The dreaded HOA restricted community. And that sucks. Alright, let's go look at. So we're doing 823 miles. You can kind of see on the map. Alright, let's pay attention, Dave. No, he got picked up at KI4NL. So I'm going to halt. I'm not going to interrupt their QSO. So let's just sit here for a little bit and see what we get. I'm seeing, I was really going to do this video for JT65, but I'm seeing this JT9 activity up here, and not much down here in the JT65 area. So we may hop over there and look at that. Now, one thing I will tell you, we're not doing rig control with this, so ignore that. We're not on 14.076. We're on 7.076. Alright, let's see what we get here. No, same. Okay, so the fishing hole's kind of dried up on this guy here. So, okay, so you can see I'm actually on 7.076. Now I've got these little tick marks here in HRD are favorites, and I've got one set up for JT9, which is actually just 2K higher, 2K higher. And I don't know if you can see it, but the TS2000 tracks what I just did in HRD, so we're on 7.078. Now what, well, I'm not going to get anything. Alright, so here we go into the mode. Let's go JT65 and JT9. I probably missed that 50-second cycle, so we'll have to wait for the next one. Now, what happens by bumping this up from 7.076 to 7.078, as you can see, it brings these JT9 signals that were up here and just kind of moves them back down into the sweet spot of the sound card. Of course, that pushes JT65 yeah, pretty much off the screen, but oh well, you could do 7.077, I guess, and split the difference. It's not decoding anything here. Getting a nice strong spike signal there. I can see it here. I should be getting some decode. No, I'm just not getting a. I'm not getting a decode. So let's kick this. Let's kick this bad boy back where it was. And I'm still listening to JT9 and JT65. Alright, we can reset this. Oh, we got some good one here. I don't remember this one. TI4DJ JT65 Santa Barbara. I can't read that. Don't know. I've talked to him on 20 meter. JT65, Costa Rica. Alright, we're doing Costa Rica tonight. Well, let's look here. Whoa, he's got the Sirius antenna farm. Look at this. Yeah, he's got a little bit more gear than I do. So boy is serious about it. Alright. Distance 1,788 miles. Costa Rica. Yeah, he's way on down there. Way on down in South America. He's probably got one of them big old beams aimed up aimed up this way. Let's see if we can get him. Sometimes he's a negative 14 dB. Sometimes I can pull those in. Sometimes not. So it just depends upon who else is out there and who's responding with a big old signal. Yeah, it looks like KD8UHR responding to him. So we'll halt that. We won't get in the middle of their conversation. Let's see what else we get here. And from time to time, if I kind of surf around here and don't start making contacts real quickly, so those two guys talking again. Sometimes I will go ahead and do my CQ. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go hit, I'll do my own CQ. This looks like right about where the sweet spot on my sound card is. It's some open band. So I'm gonna park my signal right there, and I'm getting ready. CQ, enable a text, and we look here. We're on the even minute, so I'm going to leave the even text off. Now, if we get a CQ over here, and it looks like a good strong signal, I may not transmit that. So. You don't know. Alright, I changed my mind. I don't remember this guy. Whoop. A little slow on the little workbook look up here. Oh, okay. Nope, I've never contacted him before. So I need a -8, so that's a pretty good signal. There's a fair chance I'm going to be able to get in here. Now old Wookie here, -2, WOO, it's probably WO0KEE, but it looks like Wookie. I know for a fact I've QSO'd with him 2 or 3 times before. He's on there a fair bit. Alright, so while we're waiting on a response back, let's see what we can find here. Oh, Oliver. Operated portable during the summer months of 2014. JT65, JT9, Tucson, Arizona. First licensed in 1954. He was licensed before I was born. Okay. So let's see if we can get old Oliver here. There we go. Well, Oliver wants to talk to us. So I'll hit the reply plus DB. So I'm sending his call sign, my call sign, in a -.08. And he sent me a -08. So let's go -08. -08. Just to verify, we are up here on one of these JT9s. So let's put this back to JT9. I wasn't planning on doing any JT9 this evening, but I'm kind of glad I did. Because I've got Oliver here. And this is just my pet peeve there. Alright, so we're done transmitting. Now we just got to receive. Let's hop back over here. He's got 2,600 in his log. Well, that's pretty good, but he's been doing it a little bit longer than I have. He got 1 award. That's cool. So let's go to the details. Let's see. 788 miles. Let's see where old Tucson is on the map here. Okay, so he's kind of southeast Tucson. And look at there, that's almost dead west of here. Alright, looks like there he is, Roger, Roger, Roger. So I'm going to send him a 73. And I don't know if you can tell, but when I click these buttons over here, whenever I click there, it drops into this text, and this text is what we're actually sending him, which is his call sign, my call sign, and 73. Take a look and see what the houses around his area. There we go. Boy, now that's Arizona for you, isn't it? Big old sun and a whole lot of nothing. I'm guessing he lives back up here in one of these houses. That's just kind of crazy. That's Arizona. That looks like West Texas. Alright, so he has, he CQ'd, I responded, he responded, gave me a Roger, 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 I gave him a 73, so if I'm happy at this point, I'm going to hit the log, and I basically just update the end time, hit add, boom, he's in the log. Now I'm going to close this down right now. Sometimes they'll send you a 73 back. Sometimes they don't, so I'm gonna go ahead and wait and see if he'll send me a 73. And he did, 73. All right, so that's all I'm going to do for tonight on video. We've done some. Turn that down. We got a JT65 on the books and a JT9. Interestingly enough, they were both from Arizona. How bizarre is that? I guess we got a pipeline to Arizona tonight. And you can see here we did EQSL, but as a courtesy, I'm going to go ahead and send them to Logbook of the World. And to do that, I just highlight both of them, right click, File, Logbook of the World, Upload, Upload, Send, Submitted, OK, Finished. Alright, so now you can, I've got him marked off on Logbook of the World. I'm going to go ahead and show you the last thing I do. First of all, I'm going to shut my rig down. If I close HRD rig control, it'll ask me if I want to turn the TS2000 off. And if you'll see here, I click yes. Rig control turned off the radio. I always wait till the fan stops running before I do that, and I want to make sure it cools. Okay. Alright, so what I do here is I'm going to right click, File, I'm going to export to ADIF2. I've got a standard file that I select today, ADI, save, you're going to override it, yes, export, 2 entries exported, finished. Okay, so at this point I'm done with the HDR logbook. I can close it down. And I'm going to go ahead and close down the WSJTX. I still have my QRZ open. A lot of people log to QRZ, so you know, for common courtesy, I will upload my log to them when I'm done for the day. Also, so to do that, you go to my log, settings. Over here you go, import. Choose a file. There's my today ADI. Open, import. And the only thing I don't like about this is that it doesn't tell you how many QSOs you've uploaded. It tells you how many bytes you've uploaded. Like that really, like, what does that mean to me? Nothing. It's useless. But that's it. Alrighty. Well, I appreciate you watching tonight, and we'll do something different again. Thank you for watching. I'm Dave, AF5DN.